Welcome to NYC School Secrets. I'm Alina Adams, author of Getting into NYC Kindergarten, available on Amazon and my website, nycschoolsecrets.com. Today, we're answering 5 questions about your public kindergarten application. If you love your zone school and want to go to your zone school, go ahead and just put down 1 school on your application instead of the 12 that you can put down. On the other hand, if you would like something other than your zone school, go ahead and put your zone school 12th and rank 11 schools that you prefer ahead of it. You can even rank 12 schools that you prefer, but keep in mind that if all of them are full, you'll be placed in your zone school anyway. Most New York City kids have a zone school. There are a couple of unzoned choice districts. Prior to the pandemic, some local zone schools were so popular that they didn't have room for all of their students in zone and ended up waitlisting them. Since the pandemic, because of the number of families that have moved out of the city and just a general demographic shift, most zone schools have room for all of their students, and many of them even have room for students from outside the zone. Unzoned schools are schools that are open to everyone in the district. It doesn't matter how close you live to the school. I know one family who from their window can look into the play yard of the unzoned school, but they still don't have any more priority than anybody else in the district. So if you would like an unzoned school, go ahead and rank it, but understand that it is not guaranteed. For the last couple of years, your gifted and talented options have gone on the same application as all of your general education options, which include zone schools, unzoned schools, dual language programs, and magnet programs. If you're applying to a citywide program, know that you're competing with everyone from across New York City. If you're applying to a district program, you're only competing against people in your district. Keep in mind that even if your zoned school has a G&T program, you have no more priority for it than anybody else in the district. There are currently 10,000, maybe 12,000, maybe 15,000, we haven't gotten a straight answer from the DOE, students who are competing for a gifted and talented seat. There are only about 2,000 G&T seats citywide, and in the citywide programs, there's only about 300 total. So your lottery number, not your child's intelligence, will determine whether or not they get a seat in a gifted and talented program. Your lottery number will give you a pretty good idea of the odds of your getting into your dream school, whether that's an unzoned school, a school in another zone, or a gifted and talented program. But here is the interesting thing. After the first round comes the second round, and your waitlist number is dependent on a different lottery number. I have worked with several families where they had sort of a middle-of-the-road lottery number, and they didn't get into the school they wanted on the first round, but they must have pulled a much better number for the second round. We don't get to see that one, even though we get to see the first one, and they ended up waitlisted first, second, or third at their dream schools. And since there's always movement on the waitlist, people always change their mind, don't give up. Keep the faith. Anything could happen.